all the odds are never on the table. Yella and Rushan bring that heat. They stay ready, willing, and able. Yeah. Flipping stories left and right. Bring a chair, grab a snack. In the ring of podcast, golden show, don't cut no slack. Laughs and gasps, hit the mat. Ideas breaking the mold. Grab the belt, tuning quick, our stories getting told. Let's go! Shooting from the script. Hold your breath now. Wrestling tales, flip the script. It's time to take a bow. Hear the voices loud and clear like camera, perfect sound. Can't keep the action in the ring. The champ's here now. The champ's here now. Updates rolling in. Big bros never stall. Memes and highlights hit like going through a wall. Suplex the doll, flip the script, own it all. Commentary so sharp, it'll be a one and all. From tight to titles, the rush is unreal. Catch us each week, we're the show you can feel. Shooting from the script, hold your breath now. Wrestling tales, flip the script, it's time to take a bow. Hear the voices loud and clear like camera, perfect sound. Can't keep the action in the ring, the champ's here now. Chants and cheers rumble through the crowd. Pump the beat, stories proud and loud. New ideas, unique stories to savor. Rock the podcast, crowd's favorite flavor. Shooting from the script, hold your breath now. Wrestling tales, flip the script, it's time to take a bow. Hear the voices loud and clear like camera, perfect sound. Can't keep the action in the ring, the champ's here now. Chants and cheers rumble through the crowd. Yeah. Pump the beat, stories proud and loud. Whoa. New ideas, unique stories to savor. Rock the podcast, crowd's favorite flavor. Shooting from the script, hold your breath now. Wrestling tales, flip the script, it's time to take a bow. Hear the voices loud and clear like camera, perfect sound. Can't keep the action in the ring, the champ's here now. The champ's here now.
What's up? What's up? It does sound like a wrestler. That's what we're going for, a little bit of Resurrect. A little Resurrect anthem. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying glad you like it. Glad you like it, man. Let me say what's up, everybody. I'm feeling so good, so great. I had to pull up a stream. I had to pull Yella. He was busy doing some other stuff. He was living life, man. I was like, no. I gotta start a stream. Like, yeah, I don't care what you're doing. We just watched the most amazing thing ever yesterday. I was complaining yesterday. Anybody else here, they saw me complaining. They saw me griping about the creative direction. I had to sit with myself and chat GPT to sort out my feelings. But I woke up today with clarity. Okay? Post-night clarity. Right? So after last night, I woke up with such clear convictions, such strong feelings, such a resonant vibe, because the Lord and Savior has arisen. And death and Cody and the American Nightmare have been defeated. Listen, John Cena sold out for your sins, ladies and gentlemen. He did this for you. He did this for me. Cody is done. It's over. It's over. My God, it's over. Ah! Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if you wanted to do the traditional intro, Yella. My bad.
All right. On that note, we appreciate y'all watching the show. We catch y'all next time.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I
I'm
respect
so
it.
happy.
I
I'm so
respect it.
excited, man. I woke up feeling like I was like getting married today. Like it was a big day. Woke up feeling great.
I mean, I woke up feeling the same way, just at gunpoint.
Mm.
So
It's my
yeah,
stomach.
it felt like I was getting married, but like I was like chained to the
Oh,
bedpost, and
nah,
I was
man.
gonna get escorted to the altar by gunpoint. The
Nah,
shotgun,
nah.
it felt like a shotgun wedding.
Nah, it was wonderful, man. It was wonderful. I woke up and my alarm was set for like 5, 6 something. It was like what 6, 6. So I don't know. I had to be up early. I mean, I woke up, but I woke up giddy. I woke up like with the feathers of Hermes on my ankles. I floated through the air. Probably gonna go get too close to the sun before it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, though, right now, oh, I'm floating. I'm flying. I'm so high and ecstatic. Just reliving the moment that Cody walked to the bus all sad and Brandy walked all sad behind him in the leather pants with no cakes. Like it was
Mm-mm.
sad too. It was like double sad. Like him being sad, then her cakes looking sad. It was like a sad moment. But it was sweet for me. It was sweet. I enjoyed it so much. But man, woo! I feel great. I don't want to take this over with my feeling. I could talk about this one feeling for the next 12 years of my life. The Yeeter one, NJ. But woo, WrestleMania 41 is in the books, man. It was in 2 nights, about 14 matches. I feel sad to see these win.
Jeez.
Yeah, me too.
Huh.
About 14 matches with pre-show and post-show. It was probably about 10 hours each day, which I had running in the
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And stand and deliver.
Yeah, both watch alongs. I know both watch alongs came in at just about 5 hours.
Woo.
So, and that's not counting the hour that the hour that the kickoff show was on before I went live.
Yeah, yeah, that's real. Because the kickoff shows were both for at least 2 hours. I think yesterday it was
Mm-hmm.
actually 3 hours. I don't think it was two. I think it was 2.5 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I do think post show was shorter yesterday than first night. Yeah, man. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
why I made the business decision to go ahead and skip stand and deliver.
It was smart. It was a smart move, man.
Yeah.
Smart move. But it was a good show.
Now I wish
Stand
I
and
would just
deliver.
skip night 2 and watch stand and deliver.
Yeah, let me see if anything feels up to my vibe.
We had Johnny, our interior decorator. You know, he kind of put this all together for us. You know what I'm saying? We told him we wanted some the Cam Newton vibe, but just with wrestling. So he basically just gave us the Cam Newton set and just put a wrestling picture up in the middle.
Yeah, put Raw on television. We like watching. We like it raw.
Yeah, but just this one particular frame right here,
Yeah.
like that's one particular frame. We might have to switch it though.
I mean, we might. We need a new moment. Whatever the new moment is, we can put it on there.
You know, put your boy up there for a little bit.
Cena?
Yeah, man.
No, we can't see him.
Well, this really was just a picture of the belt floating up in the middle of the air.
I'm gonna tell you though. I think I know what could go up there. Now she might have lost, but we might have to proceed with caution. She might have to be posted. She been looking good.
I was saying we could put that picture of Tiffy up there.
Ooh, that's dirty, but yes. Yes. Great idea.
We love you, Tiff, but you got your ass.
You
You got your ass whooped.
Oh man. Imagine going to work. Whatever your job is, imagine going to work and this is how you are 18 minutes 18 minutes into your day.
18 minutes into your shift. That's how you look. That's how them daycare workers be looking though, real talk.
Oh
Boy,
my
you
God.
put you in a room with like 10 to 12 3-year-olds.
Toddlers, yeah, you be done for it. Nah, I definitely feel you on that. That photo speaks volumes about what she went through in that match. I hope we get clarity on that. I hope something comes out and they talk about that, because nah, that wasn't okay. So, real quick, man, what was the most impactful moment for you? 2 nights of Mania, 37,000 hours of content. What stands out to you the most? And let's go good and bad. Let's go polarity.
Okay, let me see. So let's go with the. I'm gonna take it in levels.
While we wait on him, everybody, John Cena taking the belt off Cody. Even though I didn't like the way it happened, that's definitely my highlight. Definitely, unequivocally. I just made that. I put a B in unequivocally. Unequivocally, my highlight. Oh, so excited. Oh, seeing Cody Rhodes soft.
My bad. Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, bro. So, Cody losing the belt. I shouldn't even say John Cena taking the belt. Cody losing the belt. That's what means the most to me in life right now. My life is being surrounded by the feeling. I'm being enveloped in the warm feeling of Cody's loss. Oh, Cody tears. No, I do not like Cody Rhodes. I can't stand him. So glad he lost. I'm his biggest hater. I'm the Uncle Ruckus of Cody Rhodes. That's what I am. Oh my God, I can't stand that dude. Something about it. And again, as a gimmick. So what I did at night, I had to think about this. Because me and Yellow run into conflict sometimes. Because of my fan opinion. Because it's divided. And I had to think about why I feel so conflicted sometimes about wrestling. And I realized I come to it from 3 different expressions or 3 different identities. So one, because I create and produce a lot of stuff, a lot of content type stuff like thumbnails, videos, songs, because I do that kind of stuff, part of me analyzes WWE or wrestling from the content creation lens, the creative angle, like the direction, the production. So I look at it from that side one way. But then there's the fan that likes the entertainment value, like the fan that wants to catch all the feelings and the highs and the lows. There's that side of me too. But then there's a third side that is actually like a sport or wrestling enthusiast that actually likes the matches. I want to see execution. And sometimes those, they all cross. Sometimes they cross paths. So like night 1, which a lot of people are saying it was the worst night that had the best ending, I feel differently. Because the matches, in a lot of places were executed well. And when the matches weren't executed well, another aspect took place. So because I rate things in 3 different places, my opinion's all over the place. I'll go back and forth. Yes, night 2, I would say some of the production value was really high, but a lot of things fell flat. So I mean, it's hit or miss, and I can see how anybody listening to me, I can see them like, what is he? Like, what is he a fan of? Because I'll vacillate. Sometimes it's the content that really gets me. Like, I like what they did. I like the direction. Then it's like, I like what they did in the ring. And then sometimes it's like, I like the feeling that got me invested. So I'll go back and forth between all 3. What at midnight? My favorite thing is Cody losing the belt. It was the best thing in 2025. Cody losing the belt was the Cat Williams of 2024. It was the moment that should shape the entire year, that everybody should be talking about. Nothing else should happen. There should be no tariffs. There should be no deportations. There should be no elections. There should be no Super Bowl. There should be no NBA playoffs. Everything should stop so that we acknowledge that Cody lost the belt. That's how I feel. That's my high. I'm buzzing. Fentanyl in my veins, brother. Mac.
I don't hate it. Like I said, I don't hate the decision. But it's funny how we had flip-flop feelings. So one of the things Rashawn was saying after night one was he didn't mind the decisions. He just didn't like how we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, man, shit, I liked it. I liked it all. And here we are, Monday. And I'm saying the same thing he said last night. Saying the same thing he said yesterday. The way we got here,
the way we got there, man,
was not great. I don't hate John winning the title. I don't.
Yeah.
Because if he was gonna do it, he was gonna do it here.
Mm-hmm.
That way he can have his title run. Like it wasn't it, because it had just really been one of them things where he just, you know, if he was a good guy, he wins at the end of the year or something like that, then he gotta drop it. Like he can have a run and somebody can actually beat him for it, and it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's building up his contender now. Like who's gonna be the person to beat John by the end of the year, or the belt's gone.
Yep.
And it's not gonna be Cody, and that's fine.
I don't think so.
And that's fine.
I think we know who it is, brother. I think we know who's gonna save the country. I mean, not the country. It feels like the country. It feels big. It feels bigger than rap. What's up, Marcus, man? What is going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see.
I know
Happy
exactly.
Cody Rhodes lost day.
Dom Mysterio.
John Dirty Dom, yeah, Dirty Dom.
Dirty
Mysterio, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Probably the third best title change out of those. Number one?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
nothing
sir.
goes above Cody Rhodes. Nothing goes above Cody Rhodes losing.
No, I get the personal sentiment.
Yeah, that's true.
But
this is personal
no title switch. No title switch got the biggest pop than Dom holding up that IC title.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm being less biased, the most exciting title changes would have been Dom or Jay, but nobody's happy about the way Jay's went down. Like very few people are happy about the way it went down.
Yeah.
So I would give it to Dom. Nobody's complaining about the way Dom won.
Not a nobody.
Yeah. So I'll give it to you.
Not a nobody.
I'll give it to you. Oh my God. Woo. Man.
Not a nobody. So you asked me what my best and worst moments was. I'll give you 3. I'll give you the best, the meh, and that was ass.
Okay.
The Dom Mysterio title change was great. Loved it. Loved how the crowd just basically had his back. Loved how he's basically getting over. Loved how commentary didn't completely shit on him. They said it's been a chain flipping in Dom, and I seen it. I've been wanting them to do this for a minute. They was gonna flip him face, but he a champion now, and he's the only champion in Judgment Day. Remember, there's a point in time when he didn't have a belt, and everybody else did.
Yep.
Everybody else did. Rhea had the belt. JD and Finn had the hold on.
The tag titles, yeah. Definitely Judgment Day was cooking for a minute, and Dirty Dom was the lone holdout. But it didn't matter because he had all that heel heat. Like he couldn't even talk. He got the whole faction booed mercilessly. But when he took the mic, it was definite. So yeah, I would say Dominic Mysterio got this at the right time before they. But I would say before Judgment Day started to become irrelevant, because they keep trying to push them into obscurity. No matter what even though the fans keep like hanging on to Judgment Day. They seem to keep trying to push Judgment Day towards obscurity. Like they want an end, but they just keep staying relevant.
The fans ain't going.
Yeah.
Fans ain't going. Judgment Day.
Okay, let's nerf
Judgment
the
Day is the thing. Yeah. Nope. Can't kill it. Let's take out the two. Let's take out their two most popular members. Nope. Still can't kill them.
Still can't kill them. Now even still, let's take the titles off Liv and Raquel. Ain't gonna kill them.
Ain't gonna kill them. Should you? In all seriousness, JD's match gave them some extra life because now they got tough ass JD McDonough. And when he come back to pop, he gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
He like Carlito. Carlito is likable, the likable bumbling idiot.
Woo! Marcus asked the question. Where will we rank this WrestleMania amongst all the WrestleManias I've watched in my lifetime? It would not be in the top 10. It would be nowhere near. For me, this is actually a bad WrestleMania. Like overall, but for different reasons. Like overall, it was just bad for me. It wouldn't be anywhere near the top. It just had it had moments. This was a WrestleMania. It had moments that were really interesting or fun. But I mean, the execution was so poor on night 2. The execution was so poor on night 2. It drug down the entire thing. And then there were moments in, I would say on night 1, where the execution was poor, like Tiffy and Charlotte. Oh my God. But the storylines weren't really there. The build wasn't really there. I couldn't imagine putting this in the top. Other than like recency bias. So that's the only one I can really remember completely. That's the only way I would put this anywhere near the top. But when you got Legends WrestleMania that was just full of legends, I'd never put this anywhere near the top.
Yeah. It's tough because this wouldn't be, if we taking it in totality, night 1 and night 2, it's not the bottom 3. There's been worse maybe.
Oh, I'm sure.
The unfortunate part yeah, right. There's been worse manias. WrestleMania 9, we're looking at you. But there was one thing that was going to always hinder this mania. Is that it's following the last 2 manias. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about some epic storylines going into these last 2 manias previous to this one. Now this ain't making no excuse because we called it out yesterday. This felt icky. This felt nasty. But it also had the handicap of following the bloodline.
Yep.
Cody getting beat.
Story.
Cody finishing the story. Right. Jay doing his thing. Sammy and Kevin going off and they fighting against it was a lot. Yeah,
man. All the Rhea stuff.
Yeah, all the Rhea stuff. All that stuff going on. Yeah, Bianca, she was champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bianca. Damage Control was running ruling in the women's division for a bit.
Right. Judgment Day was at full power.
Yep. And it felt, I don't know why, I could be tripping, but it really felt like the tag division was better before this past year. I might be misremembering, but it surely felt like
there was no tag division because the Usos had it.
The Usos had it, but not who was holding it, who dropped it. No, it was in JD. That's why it was more important. It was in Judgment Day.
Right, it was between the two. Right. It did go to Judgment Day, so it was between the two of the biggest
when it got split
factions in the shits. Yeah.
Who had it before it split? Because before it went to JD and then Awesome Truth, who had it?
The Usos. The Usos they got beat by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Then they lost to the Judgment Day, I believe.
Okay.
But before
No, because Awesome Truth. Because I think it was Finn and Damien lost it, in that ladder match. Finn and Damien lost it. JD came back around with Finn and JD McDonough.
Right, because they did have it at one point.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Awesome Truth.
It was Theory and Wilder. Theory and Wilder and Awesome Truth took it at the ladder match. Match. Off Damien.
I was talking about the first time.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right, because Damien and Finn had it, and then JD and Finn had it. Right.
Yep. So it just felt more important then. After it left Awesome Truth and Wilder Theory, it was, I don't know, it just felt, everything fell downhill after that. With the tag.
True.
But yeah, man.
True. But that's not to make no excuses. They definitely fumbled in places where they had a chance to step up. Like, so my biggest moment was Dom. My man moment where they could have, where it was like, okay, this could have been better. Wasn't bad, but they could have kept this shit. Would probably have to be the women's tag.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was a low point. We'll get to the low point.
All right.
I wouldn't say it was a low point, but they definitely could have kept that. Or they could have put somebody else in there. Love Becky. Love Bex. Love the moment. Love seeing Rue at the post show conference. Shout out to little Rue. She out here. Growed up. She talking now.
Mm-hmm.
So be looking for her in like 20 years. All the wrestle babies is finna be crazy. Bianca and Montez's daughter up there with her stepdaughter, but she got Tez genes. So the wrestle babies finna be crazy. But still, it could have been somebody else. But I understand that they built the whole relationship. And it was nice, but it was also, man. So most I saw was Becky come out in that match, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat real quick. I'm gonna put something in the air fryer real quick.
Yeah. The bomb was your high. Becky was your man.
Now, my low, the worst portion of the show, like my most disliked match, surprisingly not going to be Cody and John.
Okay.
It's not going to be Charlotte and Tiffany.
I think I know who, and I think I know why.
It's going to be the women's triple threat.
You surprised me. You got me.
If you were going to keep the belt on Io, keep one of the other two out of the match.
Rhea.
Let Rhea win the Elimination Chamber. Let a Raw girl win the Elimination Chamber. Let Rhea win the chamber. She there. She's
but
right
now
there.
she wouldn't have. She had the belt.
Let Io win the chamber.
Yeah, either way. You right. Either way it was fumbled. You right. One way or the other. They screwed it up.
So it felt like a last minute call. They didn't want to put the belt on Rhea because B would have probably got mad. Didn't want to put the belt on B because Rhea would have got mad. Io like whatever, bitch. So it's like that was such a fumble because that could be a great match with any two of those combinations. It could have been a great triple threat if they had a reason to make it a triple threat. Even with the build up to it, I was liking that they were trying to find certain ways, so they kept throwing in certain matches and they kept doing this and they did the special referee and all that other shit, but it just did not translate for some reason. When they got to the ring and the match happened, it felt icky. It felt dirty. Bianca took the pin. Bianca no longer has her streak at WrestleMania. I'm not saying she should have went Undertaker level streak. I'm not saying she should have went 20 something and no. But don't mention the streak and then immediately break it.
Over something like this. Like, this is the worst fight. The way, like, not like this. You know, the old Matrix. Not like
right.
this. Not like this.
Because if you just had... go ahead.
I was like, let her lose a square match. Like, let her lose fair, straight up, getting bested.
Right.
Not a triple threat.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just... If it would have... And if they would have had it to where title versus streak, like they did that a couple times with the Undertaker. They did that a time or two with Taker. Title versus streak. You want to put that up because you don't mention that. You don't mention that. If that's the case, it's a bunch of people that ain't been defeated at WrestleMania. Let them be. Hold up.
Yeah, title versus streak versus pool, aura, whatever. That'd have been cool if they had built it up different, branded it different. Man, my actual top moment, like I know I can't stand Cody, so if I take my actual personal bias of hating Cody, like Uber Alice over everything, if I take that and sit it aside, then the actual best thing for me from both nights of this was the men's triple threat at the main event on Saturday. That end to end, production wise, execution wise, story wise, the way that played out, that was the best thing. That was the thing that for sure 100% felt like Mania, felt like WrestleMania, was that triple threat. It felt like that level of grandeur. So that's actually the highlight of Mania for me, will be that men's triple threat. I think the other things that felt like they belonged in a WrestleMania was the Fatal 4-Way. That felt solid there. Even though I thought the grudge between Jade Cargill and Naomi felt like it could have been a Mania moment, I don't feel like it got executed properly somehow. But I feel like it belonged in Mania. The Randy Orton, Joe Henry little gimmick match, that felt fine. That felt fine. It was quick. Didn't take a lot of time. I like that. There was a few matches that I think just did not need to be on the card. But I think once you make the decision that you're going to have two nights and start selling tickets, you are kind of stuck. And it was too late to pivot. The Grande Americano versus Rey Phoenix, it didn't need to happen. It didn't need to happen with Rey Mysterio. So it just didn't need to happen. It wasn't set up right. It was not set up properly. I don't think the women's tag with the surprise person didn't need to happen. Once it came out to be Becky, it made more sense. But then it was just like, ugh. They did Bayley dirty. Doing Bayley dirty like that and pushing her aside for Becky, that bothers me from like behind the business side thing. Like that was dirty. I don't want to dive into the setup for a lot of these matches because there's so much setup that happened for a lot of these matches that was terrible once you see the outcome of it. But what happened with Bayley? Her and Lyra winning a 5-person gauntlet only for her to get backstaged and replaced by Becky on a return. That is too convoluted. That was too many moving. That's not the way you. That was dirty for me. That's too many problems. Yeah, a 2-day SummerSlam. I don't know. They got time to build. They can fix this. They can fix it. They can actually make SummerSlam better than WrestleMania if they do what they need to do. Ray hitting Ortega was terrible. I thought y'all said Jimmy Hendrix was the best wrestler. No, Joe Hendry is not the best wrestler. We just believe in Joe Hendry. Because when you say his name, he appears. And that's why we believe in him. That's why we believe in him. Absolutely. Oh man, but that was a good little feature. I didn't know he was that small. Well, he's not small. Yes, he lost. We still believe in him, though. That's the thing about Joe Hendry. It doesn't matter if he loses. We still believe in him. I mean, shoot. Now, I'm sorry. I don't want to offend any Christians. This is not that kind of podcast. I'm going to keep that opinion to myself. So, yes, Joe Hendry. I did not know he's a solid-sized wrestler. But Randy Orton dwarfed him. Randy Orton is so large, deceptively large, that he made Joe Hendry look small. Blew my mind. I was like, wow. He looks like a giant compared to Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry's seen as a muscular guy, a big guy. I was shocked. Honestly. I've seen Joe Hendry wrestle. Man, that was crazy. It was a fair match. Woo, but yeah, the men's triple threat, that was a WrestleMania event. That was better than all the rest of the show, period. All the rest of Saturday and Sunday. But I'll give it to Dom. Him winning the title, that was cool. To me, it's a little tainted on the my content creator, my producer, director side. The fact that they had just used that gimmick with EO 2 matches ahead, that was crazy. That's what tainted it for me. But otherwise, that was a good match. That belonged in Mania. I think the Sin City Street fight, if that had a better build-up, that would have been a good Mania fight. It could have been executed differently because everybody kept pointing out it's a street fight, but they're not really straying too far away from the ring. I don't know what that was about, but I can live with it. For me, I can live with it. I get tired of being drugged all through the following the cameras through the crowd. I get so sick of that. That's so annoying. And neither of them are going to do like the diving KO senton spots. So there's really no need to go all through the arena. But I enjoyed the Sin City. That felt like it could have been Mania if it was developed differently. Like the build was better, and then the match kind of was executed a little differently. But I enjoyed it. I still feel like that could have been Mania. Nate J Damage, that's 4 matches I feel like could have been Mania had they been set up differently. The only one that was worthy of being where it was for me was the men's triple threat. The women's triple threat could have been good, but they're doing something different, man. They're doing something different with the way they're setting up their matches. And again, this is bias. Here's some fan bias. I'm very biased towards Bianca. I'm protective towards Bianca. But I noticed they keep having her take multiple finishers from Rhea. It happened on the way to the match, and it happened during the match. Like she's taking 2 riptides off of the top rope. It's ridiculous. Like they've got, I don't know, they're not treating her like a top draw. Something's off. I'm not feeling it. But they let her eat the pin, which means they see her differently. So it's something's off. Not a fan. Not happy. Don't like it. They're treating her like a mid-carder or somebody that's about to get buried. Yeah, she took the pin. Yeah. So I pay attention to patterns, and I see how they protect certain people. They're taking pins when they won't let them submit. So I'm like, okay, y'all really big on this. I'm not sure why. It's part of the sport. People should submit. So the whole Gunther shouldn't have submitted thing, I don't believe in that. People should submit. They should tap out. It's a part of the sport. So it's weird that everybody just pass. Everybody's so tough. Everybody just passes out. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. But yes, I don't like the way they're doing Bianca. The only match that really felt 100% Mania was that men's triple threat. The women's tag. Thankfully, I missed it. I saw Becky coming out, but I missed the actual match. I'm not a big Lyra fan. I'm definitely not a fan of Lyra having 2 belts. No way that's going to feel like a Mania moment. But Becky Lynch coming back does feel like a Mania moment. It absolutely does. But coming back to take the tag team belts with Lyra, who got the IC title after being off TV for 4 months, it doesn't make any sense. Like the decision making Like H is cooking the books, man. He's cooking the booking. I don't like you. And her outfit was crazy. I saw her in the after show at the interview. It looked terrible. It looked terrible. It looked awful. I can imagine her shedding during the entire match. It was crazy. It was crazy. So while y'all's getting back, let me just start from the top. So I'm gonna tell you what I thought of the matches as they happened. So we started off main event, Jey Uso, night one. A lot of people thought he should have been main eventing, not just because his name main event Jey Uso, but because he won the Royal Rumble. So I don't think they're going to honor that stipulation going forward. I hear they have altered that in the past. Winning the Royal Rumble does not always guarantee you the main event. Then people are saying even if you main event on Saturday, that's not really the main event. The main event is the ultimate match, the very last match. So I don't know. I'm okay with there being a main event on each night because each night feels like its own event. So I'm totally okay with that. I don't really have the same problem a lot of people have. But man, main event Jey Uso beating Gunther. Match was solid. I've been a critic of his wrestling for a really long time. It was actually a decent match. I thought the setup towards the way they set up him tapping out Gunther, that was a bit of a problem. I see why people had a problem. But that he tapped out is not the problem for me. They should have set it up. I really think that if anybody remembers the beginning of the match, Jey Uso took a swing at Gunther, and it was kind of like a haymaker type, and he kind of grazed Gunther, and he kind of dropped down, and he rolled out the ring like he was shook. That should have happened a couple times, not with punches, but Jey should have got his hands on him like in some kind of a chokehold or something a couple of different times in the match, and make like Gunther feel like he was really threatened. That way, when he finally if he had got jumped on like a rabid animal, and he's getting choked out, Gunther tapping would have made more sense psychologically. I could have accepted that so much better had they did that. They didn't set it up properly. Why though? Isn't that how Gunther wins his matches? It is how Gunther wins his matches, but Gunther is not the one that won the match. Jey did. That's not how Jey wins his matches. So that was that match. I thought it was a good opener. The title change kept the energy up for, I would say, the remainder of night one. I think that really helped night one. I needed Rikishi's family member to win. Yeah, that was good. Man, that was good. Good. That boy good. And then we got, thank God for the New Day. Thank God for the New Day. So, man, listen. The New Day defeated the War Raiders, and it was a match I couldn't have cared about. It was a match I couldn't have cared less about. But you know what? I'm not mad at the outcome. Because the New Day won. The New Day came out with the title belts. So now nobody can claim Triple H is racist. Because they got 2 black tag champs. The entire tag division is black. The men. So H is out of his H is getting out of his racism claim by making sure the tag titles are on black men. Shoot. And black women got the not main event. They got the WrestleMania moment without a title involved. That was the first. So Jade and Naomi were first. So he's slipping out of his whole racism claim. Like a slippery snake.
Man, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I wish people watch shit objectively.
How so?
I really do. Because I've been hearing that too. And it's just like, we not just finna keep the belt on the black people either. I get that. But this ain't black wrestling. There's black wrestling companies. You want to see only black champions? Go watch black wrestling companies. Yeah, this I'm a little triggered IRL, so I'll probably finna take this out on this whole topic. Because as somebody who push for black wrestlers and support black wrestling used to be something I said at the end of my streams. I hate the fact that if we don't have a belt, they automatically fucking racist. Just because them two teams didn't have a belt. Street Profits, yeah, they probably could have been in the mix on. Mm-hmm. But then we're gonna act like all the black women that they've been pushing in this fucking shit ain't fucking been killing it.
Mm-hmm. Killing.
So no, I'm not finna outwardly call Triple H fucking racist when Bianca had the damn belt for a year.
Mm-hmm. Hello. What up?
What up, Haley? With the positioning that them three women was put in all last year. Big Three was basically running the women's division besides Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, all five of them was on the team. They was the War Games team. Yeah, Big Three, Rhea and Io.
Yeah.
No, they've been saying it now. That's why. Yeah, no, they've been saying that because
they call him Triple K.
Yeah, which is stupid as fuck.
I make up a lot, and I do call a lot of people racist to be stupid, but I didn't make this one up.
But no, he ain't make this one up. That's why I'm legit triggered by it.
Oh shoot!
It's like, god damn, dude, can you watch it without it always having to be? That's why I don't really talk. But I don't talk wrestling with hardcore fans.
Gotcha.
Because you're not finna talk wrestling, you finna talk villains.
Mm-hmm.
And if your favorite ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, then everything bad about the whole company. But low key, your favorite be ass, or your favorite ain't got no story, or your favorite would just be there to fucking be there. You don't even want them to have good booking. You don't even want them to be there for it to make no sense. You just want them there.
Yep. Because Montez ain't ready. I don't care what nobody said. They be like, no, Montez need to go solo. He need a solo title. Nah. He could be in the mix, but he ain't on top. He's not there. I just don't see that.
U.S. title, maybe. IC, maybe. Because there's levels with that.
Yep, absolutely.
He's not world champion. Not yet.
Nah.
But he got time for that.
Yeah. Facts.
That's why I was like, he ready for a solo run. That's why I was like, it's levels to it. He's ready for a solo run. Yes, but motherfuckers like, put him with the world title. I was like, maybe. Let's see how he do in the mid card first.
Facts.
Y'all want to hot shot everybody to the main event just because they your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I stand corrected then.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. Yeah, just like you said.
Two things can be true. Two things can be true.
Two things can be true at once.
I agree with you, man. I like Montez. I would need to see him do some solo stuff. I don't think he needs a big giant push to the moon. I don't think he needs the rocket pack. I don't think that needs to happen. But I'd love to see him. I mean, if somebody like Kaiser, who's got some of the ability, yeah. He was in the mix around the IC title. Like, have him in the mix. Have Montez in the mix. See what he do with it. I wouldn't be mad at that.
The unfortunate part is the only reason Kaiser got that chance in that situation is because his partner got yeeted into he got endeavored. He had future endeavored. So, you know what I'm saying?
Back to the lobby.
We right. We don't want that to happen to Dawkins.
Ooh. What would Dawkins be if they went solo? If they separated as a tag team, what would Dawkins be? Like, what range would he be in? Because he's not Apollo Crews. He's not that dude. But I also don't see him being around the LA Knights. Like, he'd be like solo. I think he'd be around the solo. He'd be like solo.
He'd be where Jacob Fatu is right now.
You think so?
Yes.
Dang. Okay. I think Fatu got more presence. In ring and out. I think it's slight. But it's something. There's an edge to Jacob that lands that I don't think Dawkins does.
So he probably would. That's where that's what his ceiling would be. Let's put it like
Okay.
Then where
I'm with that.
That's what his ceiling would be. It wouldn't be around where LA Knight is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or somewhere between there. But he would be, like I said, he would be for sure US title.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably run Montez at the IC title. Give him a world title shot. You ain't gonna put it on him.
Yeah.
You know, he could be like a Monday Night Raw. He can be like a Monday Night Raw challenger for the champion. When the champion gotta, defend on Raw, which they rarely do.
Mm-hmm.
That type deal.
Are we satisfied with the outcomes for the most part? The outcomes themselves, I'm going to say mostly.
Yeah.
The only the outcomes where I'm not pleased, the outcomes where I'm not happy, I could be happy if they had set it up differently. I could accept the outcomes that I don't like if they had not set them up for me to want a different outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason to put Rhea and Io and Bianca into the dynamic they did for this outcome. It was messy. But I'm okay with I'm okay with Io retaining. Absolutely am. It's not the way they did it. All right. Don't know how to pronounce that. Looks like Kalioe. What up? Kalio. E.
Kalio.
Don't say the E. The E is silent.
The E is silent. Yeah, the E is silent.
Kalio.
It's just tagging along.
That.
It's a spare letter just in case you need an E. You know what I'm saying? Just like you need an E at some point in your day, it's just there. You need one.
I like the spheres. I do like that. But what's up? Welcome on in. We just wanted the midday chop up, man, after watching WrestleMania for the last 72 hours. Feels like.
Man, we technically
got Raw
been
tonight.
watching WrestleMania since last Monday, really.
That's what it feels like, man. It feels long. But what do you think? John Cena said he plans on ruining wrestling. What do you think this means? Because he said show up tonight. He's going to be on Raw, not just SmackDown.
I mean,
Rahul, what up?
Shout out to Rahul. I mean, he already started ruining wrestling. He ruined wrestling last night. Him and Travis Scott started ruining wrestling last night.
That was bad.
I'm
gonna give him grace.
That match card. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead. I was gonna read that too. Go ahead.
He said, "Shit in it. To be honest, the match card was already underwhelming, but the actual matches were very bad." I mean, yeah, I could see where a lot of people feel that way. Mm-hmm.
I would say the match of night 2 had the show end terrible, but the right outcome, like it needed to be John Cena.
Yeah, it needed to be.
The match card was underwhelming. There were about 4 matches that were super SmackDown show. Like it was just a SmackDown. I mean, you ain't gonna tell me that Americano versus Ray Phoenix is not just a hyped up SmackDown show.
Yeah, they could have took that off the match. I think if he would have got hurt before SmackDown, they would have swapped one of them matches. But they ain't having.
That's what I'm saying. That's even worse because Ray's been a jobber on SmackDown. Like the LWO, they've been at the bottom of the barrel. So it was actually worse. This was an upgrade. Ray Phoenix was the upgrade to a SmackDown quality match, which is crazy to say because Ray's a legend.
Yeah, but I would have. You don't beat Ray Phoenix like that coming in.
I mean, that's fair too.
And then El Grande beating Rey Mysterio adds to his heel thing. You know what I'm saying? It adds to his character. He cheated. He was going to use the little plate in the mask and shit. So he was going to do all that and beat Rey Mysterio because it's Rey. Been, like you said, he part-time jobber at this point, but fan favorite. He like R-Truth.
Okay.
But like a serious R-Truth. Like, you know he ain't gonna win. You know he gonna go out there and put on a good show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's always compelling to watch him. Whether he cutting a promo, he's always entertaining. So with him not being out there, like you said, they could have put in anybody if they was gonna make him lose. So I don't know.
So let me I realized something about Gable Americano. They fumbled that, but are getting away with it. So remember the setup to Gable and the Luchador angle. Chad Gable was supposed to be learning how to defeat Luchadors.
Yeah.
We still don't have a Chad Gable who's learned how to beat Luchadors. Their current angle is Americano is not Gable. But the whole angle is this is a separate person. So now you still see, so that this is where like it's slight, but it makes it stupid. The person that you had going to learn Lucha to defeat Luchadors is still not able to defeat Luchadors. Now you've got this split personality or doppelganger who can defeat Luchadors.
But guess who can? That's what I was gonna say. Guess who can beat a Luchador?
A Luchador. But that's what Gable was supposed to be. Like, so pretending that he's not him is
First
stupid.
of all, I don't know what you're talking about because Chad Gable is not El Grande Americano.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing this almost.
I heard it was Jake Snake.
Jake Snake? Not Roddy Piper.
No, not Roddy Piper.
Okay. Not Skyhawk.
But it could be Buff Bagwell though.
Okay. I thought they was resurrecting people and putting them in a mask. That's what I thought. I thought that's what we was
I mean, but it could be El Grande Americano. They say he's one of the greatest luchadors we never heard of.
I mean, I hear you.
It's a lot of
I'm just saying. I think WWE has more problems than the production allows us to notice. This is little. Some of the stuff is really slight. Some of the stuff is more major. But I think there's a lot of creative issues, man. It's like I appreciate Grande Americano. It's a really cute gimmick, and it's such a cute gimmick that it masks the fact that Gable was supposed to become able to defeat luchadors. As Chad Gable defeating a luchador and being proficient enough to beat them. He didn't have to become a luchador. He just needed to know how to beat them. That's what I wanted to see.
I mean, kayfabe. Did you see that nigga hit that fucking backflip 10 times? That was crazy.
It was good.
That was very lucha.
As Americano.
Well, yeah, Americano, of course.
Right. But that's the point. Like, it's developed a schism that didn't need to be there.
Okay. So, but it does. Right? Because that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Everybody don't know. Because remember, Ray didn't say, I want to challenge you, Chad Gable. He said, I want to challenge El Grande Americano. So maybe Ray knows something that we remember. Ray been around Lucha forever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He probably know all the Lucha. Maybe he know El Grande.
Listen, I hear you. and I'm with it. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they're getting away with it. Like, hear me out. Hear me out. Everything that you're saying is fine, and maybe it's a loose thread that they dropped that I need to drop so that I can enjoy the rest of this. But it's like it's the same as I ain't even gonna say what it's the same as. It doesn't even matter. They said Chad Gable was going to learn how to defeat luchadors. So if a different persona that maybe somebody else is the one that's defeating luchadors, they still have Chad Gable in WWE active against luchadors, unable to defeat them. Which means the whole angle of him learning to beat luchadors is wasted. Now, if it was just Chad Gable, you can't defeat a luchador. He goes to Mexico, not to say not Chad Gable's going to learn to defeat luchadors. Those words were never spoken. We just either have that segment where he goes down to Mexico and opens the box and has something shining in his face, and then we go into the Grande Americano, would be just fine. But now we have a wrestler who's active and fighting luchadors as himself, unable to do the thing that he set off on a whole side quest to do and left his team for. That's what I'm saying. Like, that one little thing destroys this whole setup for it. I can still enjoy Grande Americano because it's a good gimmick. It's a great gimmick. It's beautiful. I love it, except for that one line. It's just in the back of my ear, like, nah. So that's what I'm saying. And it's WWE does a lot of that stuff. They're failing a lot. It's like the devil's in the details.
They retcon a lot of shit on the fly.
Yeah, man.
Because he's no longer from the Gulf of America.
Right.
They ran that out there once, and everybody was like, okay, a little too far. He's like, okay, all right, cool. We want to see how far we can go.
Yeah, that was it.
Which is why when people say, like, and this ain't nobody, because I know folks have said they offended, which is why I'm not offended by it. Because I also seen them go to a line and then pull it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's also wrestling.
It is, man.
Like, in just some things is gonna be offensive.
It is.
You know, like,
I think they should push some envelopes. I ain't really mad at the pushing envelopes, and I've had.
We got El Gordo
reactions.
I mean, I can't get mad. We got El Gordo. We're like, we legit.
Whoa! Who's
the 5
weak?
The 5'4", 600 pound.
Who's weak?
Luchador from Germany.
Who's weak? We don't have anybody.
I mean, the wrestling community as a whole.
Yeah, I don't have anybody. I don't have any talent signed to me. Now, maybe he works for YPW. I have no idea.
I mean, hey, look, I don't discriminate. Anybody that signs for YPW, and if you want to see some YPW signings, you make sure you come holler at us over in Twitch. All the links are in.
That's what I needed to do. Like you said,
the description of
they're
the
not
channel.
in there.
Well, I know the Twitch link is in the description of the channel.
I'm gonna take care of that though.
Apart from night one main event, all matches were mediocre. Even AJ Styles versus Logan Paul took off. I dozed off during the match. Yeah, we had some doze off. Some dozing off happen. I stayed up. That's all I'm saying. I stayed with it. Then Gable signed a new contract last year, which included a WrestleMania. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it seems like because everybody was so focused on Cody and Roman and Bloodline and story ending that they missed all the windows of when the people were hot. When they could have been capitalizing. But that's just it. That just is what it is, man. Shit, when you got a program that's printing money, like Cody versus Roman with The Rock. Now here's what confused me. Had me befuddled gobsmacked. How is John Cena supposed to be aligned with The Rock, and we've seen them one time together? How are we seeing Travis Scott more than we seeing The Rock? And then it's like, he the muscle. I'm gonna show y'all not to knock any of the guys now. Like I say, I'm in the business now. I've officially been told I can say that. I'm in the business, and I respect anybody who able to train and get in these rooms. But it's like I went to this show, man, and it's it was Nick Diamond versus Mike Strong. And Nick Diamond had this dude who was with him that was security. Man, this dude was half the size of Nick Diamond.
Wow.
He was like about 6'1", 138 pounds. Like,
it's reverse physiology.
Like, for real. So that's kind of what Travis Scott looked like, being John Cena's heavy. Like, oh shit, Fiend hit. Now, last time that happened, Fiend hit, and then The Rock came out behind him.
Yeah.
Right? This time, Fiend hit, and it was just Fiend. Right. I mean, banging ass track, but
Yeah. Sketchy.
I mean, I actually like Travis Scott, so kind of torn.
So outside of him being the heavy, which I get visually, it doesn't make sense. He's smaller than the people he's the heavy for. What do you think about his presence or his inclusion in this storyline? Because a lot of people just like, oh no, please God, no more Travis Scott, please, you gotta get out of here. What do you think?
Okay, so I'll say this, and this is just my honest wrestling opinion.
All right.
I feel like he gave his receipt back to Cody. Cody got to hit him with the crossroads after he busted him upside his head. So he took a bump.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Timing wasn't that bad on the referee pullout.
Pause.
His participation ain't bad. It just would have made more sense if The Rock was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came out with Jay.
He did. Right
That's
before
what
he
I'm
was coming out with the final boss.
That's what I'm like, watch him.
Mm-hmm. Hoping it's all connected.
Cause see, The Rock and the twins ain't never really had no direct beef.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't never really had no direct crossover. Neither has Solo. Which I always find weird. Like, The Rock acknowledged the bloodline. He understands who the bloodline is.
Mm-hmm.
He just only shows up for Roman.
Another chief.
Yeah, I would super kick on the first chance I got if I was Jay.
No.
Kicking his big fucking shiny bald head. Bam.
Wow. You wouldn't do that. You ain't got any.
I would though.
All right.
Cause I got some elders in my family that I would cuss up. Fuck out right now.
So we got Travis. You don't have a problem with his participation.
No.
You just don't like the role that he's been cast in.
Yeah, I didn't like that role for him last night. I liked it. I liked it with The Rock present. Because then there's always The Rock that's there if shit get out of hand while little homie just going crazy. The Rock there to kind of shut all that shit down.
Got it.
But if your first and last line of defense is just by himself, like that made Cody look really like Travis Scott.
Right. Yeah.
Not Scotty too hotty. Not Scott, right? Not
Don't do it.
Not a Travis Scott. Not a Scott Hall. Not a Scotty too hotty. Not a Scott Stein.
Cody.
John Cena in 3.
That's fun. No, I'm with you, man. I don't really know much about Travis Scott as a human being. I don't really follow too much of his music. He was okay as just a weird random person to come out with The Rock. Him out there by himself. Again, I got a lot of problems with creative. I don't understand overbooking the ref bump. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, there's ref bump 1. Travis comes out, ref bump 2.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah. John Cena's big enough to bump into the ref and to take him out the match for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
While Travis, or however long it takes for Travis to come down and them to do all that.
But they didn't even need to have that. If he's going to interfere, you don't need the first ref bump. Just have Fiend come on. Have everybody expect the final boss to be coming out behind the theme music. But Travis Scott just comes down and just comes to ringside. Like a lot of people just come out the ringside in the middle of the match. Carlito just shows up at the ringside, or Tama Tonga just shows up at the ringside, middle of the match. But this person just interrupted with the music though. So like that should have been like I would say like everybody looks. John and Cody both look over there because the music hit, and then one of them takes advantage of the distraction, but the action keeps going. And then Fiend keeps coming, he keeps walking down and doing all his posing and stuff, but we don't need to focus on him doing it. He's not that important.
Right.
We just know he's coming, and it's going to eventually, we'll see him come in the frame while the action's still going in the ring. Then when they finally get to a pin attempt, then we see him run over, snatch the ref out. Like that, to me, that just would have made more sense than having 2 ref spots. That was just weird for me. Well, if you're gonna use him, man, just sprinkle it, man. Don't pour it. Sprinkle Travis Scott, don't pour it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird to have that feeling that you had, and I can completely understand it because all the elements involved was cool. I feel like the only thing that didn't make sense was where the fuck was The Rock. I could have took the whole match playing out like it did. Where the hell is The Rock? You gonna tell me he's not in town on WrestleMania time? We didn't schedule him to be there for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Now, he was there last year. But you get triggered.
For me though, I'ma say I don't think I needed The Rock. I don't think I needed The Rock. At this point, I don't need The Rock here.
Why not?
Like this is something where The Rock's presence can be something that's in the background for me. I don't need him at every major milestone. This could have been John Cena's moment, but again, I would have had to execute this differently. The way they did that match, there was nothing else there to make it a memorable moment other than exchanging the title. So because of the way they executed it, I think they needed a Rock just for the entertainment value. Like that's the only reason. Like if the match could have held up entertainment wise, you could have had like a subtle influence by Travis Scott interfering, but the match wasn't quality because we got a part-timer oldie. Like John just can't do his old stuff. He can't run at the same pace no more. He can't take the bumps the same way no more. It's just, I just don't think he can. Or if he can, he just decided not to. Whatever the reason is, that just was not an interesting match. The way they set it up. And
he basically whooped Cody ass.
And see, that's another thing I'm gonna say I'm gonna have a problem with. Now, what I like is that they can say true to promo. He said, "I'm not gonna have to wrestle to beat you," which I like that little touch. I love that little touch. But you have this man who's getting knocked out by Crossroads and can't like switch it or nothing during the promos. Then you have him throwing basic strikes and Cody's reeling, wheeling and dealing, rolling and scrolling all across the floor. Like it just bothered me so much to see Cody go out like that, because I respect his work in the ring. As much as I don't like Cody, I respect his work in the ring too much to see John Cena doing basic strikes and basic shoulder blocks, and Cody's rising on the floor like he tore his rotator cuff again or whatever that was, where he's all purple. Like, no, John didn't do that. He stomped you in the corner a couple times. Like, you're not out on your feet. Like, so to even book him like that made him look like a peon in the company. Like a company peon. Like you're a stooge. We're gonna have you do this. Like when John Cena did one of the promos said, I took whatever stupid stuff they gave me and I made it great. They gave Cody something stupid. You're gonna be my punching bag. Stupid. And you're gonna sell it as if I'm really doing damage to you. Like, that bothered me. For somebody that you put the belt on, you let him finish his story. This almost felt like punishment, as opposed to, as much as I thought they hype him up, and I think he's a glorified mid-carder. This felt like punishment. This felt like something you do to somebody you don't like. This felt like you're burying somebody. You ruined the main event.
You ruined the main event last year. We was gonna do The Rock versus Roman and make a bazillion dollars. You know what I'm saying? But they was gonna make some money.
They'd have made money.
I don't think they lost money though. I think that was actually the better call.
They did. I think they made the right decision.
But there was either way. I think they probably made a little more with Rock versus Roman.
But they can't trust Rock. They can't trust The Rock to be around.
Apparently not, because I can't.
Yeah. And Roman wants to slide in and out too. So it's like they made the right choice. The belt's on who it needs to be on. Cody needed the belt and to finish his story. And I can even concede that he needed to carry the belt into this WrestleMania. Until that we needed something else to actually legitimize and justify him losing the belt. This is a valid story. Again, but the way they did it, they punked him out. And I don't like, and I'm saying company, not they punked him out in the ring, but they also punked him out behind the scenes too. Because you don't get that man selling basic strikes like he was taking AAs. And then when he takes the AAs, he's kicking out. Yeah. That was a decision. There was some kind of booking creative decision on that. I think to go along with I don't know what's going on. Like there's something going on that we just don't see as wrestling fans. Because some of the stuff, the logic is not logical. So what I'm worried about, I wanna ask you about this. What do you think the one? Because I have a theory. What a Talib.
Talib's in the building.
I like that profile pic. That PIP.
Mm-hmm. How you feeling? Hopefully all is well.
Yep.
You coming in as we ranting this post WrestleMania season, so
it is that time. 'Tis the season. So, what do you think his ruining wrestling? I know you said he is ruining it, but what do you think? What do you think he actually means? Because I have a theory.
His plan is to take the belt and retire with it.
Okay.
So A version of ruined wrestling could be take away the lineage.
Okay.
And that is that's why I talked to you about it. See, you know how I talked to you about lineage and backstory and all of that, and why they doing this for this particular thing and for this particular reason and all that other shit. If you take the company's oldest title and scram with it, you basically took the company with you. Which is what CM Punk did. So that might be the person that beat him and take the belt off of him.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So this may be fantasy booking. This may be conspiracy theory. But hear me out. So John Cena, his opponent really wasn't Cody Rhodes. His opponent's the IWC. His opponent are the wrestling fans. He didn't care about Cody. Cody just, like he said, you disgust me with this. But the reason you have this is because of them. You have this because they're easy to fool. They put me through hell. But they're glorifying you. And you don't deserve this. You're the industry plant, so to speak. So, although I don't like you, it's because of them. Which is why he roasted. Hold up. We got visual aids here. Which is why he broke up with the wrestling fans, and it's this boy's fault.
This little kid's fault.
This is John Cena's opponent.
Yeah. And the dude behind him. Go back.
And the dude behind him.
That's the range. Though his opponents range from that little boy's age to the dude behind him age.
Yeah.
Because at one point the dude behind him was that little boy.
Sure was. That's who John Cena's trying to fight. He wants to end wrestling for them. Cody's collateral damage. Cody is just in the way. He had the belt. All right. So now what's about to happen? And this is, again, conspiracy theory or fantasy booking. When he says he wants to ruin wrestling, he's angry at all of the fan behavior. Not just in the ring, but the IWC too. All the criticisms, all the dirt sheets, all the breaking kayfabe and chasing people down. All of it. He doesn't like any of it. He's been complaining about it. A lot of wrestlers have been complaining about it. Whether it's Asuka, whether it's Kevin Owens, whether it's Drew giving the checklist of how to be a fan, whether it's Triple H saying just cheer, don't criticize, you need to just enjoy the ride, all that stuff. So I think he's going to personify wrestling versus fandom. He's going to ruin it by breaking kayfabe completely destroying fourth wall. Ooh. He's going to. I talked to Cody before the match. We rehearsed our spots. When I was in the ring, I told him when I was going to do this. I told him at this point, complete ruin wrestling. Everything's fake. You already knew it was fake, but you wanted to ruin our performance, so I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to tell you how everything goes down. Completely trash wrestling. You'll never enjoy anything because I'm telling you, I talked to H. We were in a gorilla, blah, blah, blah. Hold up. Just trash it. Nobody's going to. Okay. Now, we've got somebody that's fans are really going to hate this because it's despite them. Because he keeps mentioning the fans. Even when he was during the match even during the match with Cody, he was looking at the fans. He was gesturing at the fans that you can't see me. Wasn't to Cody. It was to the fans. Everything was to the fans. Even when he walked out, he put the belt on backwards. He's trying to dishonor and disrespect everything that wrestling fans have come to appreciate. Which is why he even stripped down his Titantron. It's about the fans. That's who his enemy is. and he wants to take it. You get nothing. You don't even get to enjoy the match that you thought you enjoyed, because I'm going to tell you all of it was this, that, or the other, and every match going forward. He's going to be what WCW was to WWE. I'm going to tell you what the results are before the end of the match. I'm going to ruin wrestling. That's going to be the lane he's taking. Now, this is where we get a savior, a visionary, a revolutionary, Monday Night Savior. You get somebody who wants to save the business, who's been telling everybody, man, Roman is a cancer, CM Punk is a cancer. They're trying to destroy the business. I've been here when there were no fans, when there was nobody, whether it was scandal. When one boss is here, the next boss is gone. Kids, it doesn't matter. I've been holding it down. I was the workhorse champion even when my body was broken. And it doesn't matter if the fans boo me, cheer me, or anything. I'm still going to protect this business. Even when I get into the ring in my flowery shirts and they chant CM Punk, even though he left them, it doesn't matter, because they know not what they do. I've got to serve them even when they desert me. I'm going to save the business. Now, by SummerSlam, you get the Messiah, having built up whatever with Heyman. SummerSlam, some routine SummerSlam at the end of the year, he takes the belt and saves the company. I don't know how they're going to get there, but it's going to be the Savior versus Cena, who's trying to destroy it, and they're going to work that. That's the crux. That's the Savior versus the Satan. That's the destroyer versus the Savior. I don't know which path they're going to take it, but I see them setting up. They're setting up the Savior, and they have the person trying to destroy it. They've got them set up in two different stories right now, but they're going to bring them together
because they still could treat it like the lesser of two evils.
They could,
because they just did some fuckery. They're not quite heels, because everybody can understand where both. Everybody can understand where both of them coming from, and we'll get to that next. But go ahead and cook, bro. I'm with that. That sounds like a good Survivor Series match.
So say I don't know how they're going to get there, but I see them setting up the archetypes.
Let it be at the end of the year. I want it to be like something where he loses the belt like December 31st, because he said his contract is up basically at the end of the year. Okay. I want him to hold the belt all the way to December. Like if he don't win tonight, like if they don't get that belt off him tonight, he taking that belt and piecing out.
Man.
Let me see. Hold on. What day does December 31st fall on 2025?
The reason I don't think he's piecing out tonight because he got too many. They've already booked too many appearances for him. He's booked on SmackDown on Friday. He's booked in. There's something.
Now, he ain't piecing out tonight.
Stuff in May.
No, not piecing out tonight. I'm talking about. I want him to hold the belt all the way to the end of the year. I just said New Year's Eve is basically like December 31st. Hold the belt all the way to the end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have Seth take it off him. Like he gotta, because the whole thing is that he's gonna hold the belt. He's gonna take the belt. That's his thing. He said what he's gonna do. Yeah. He said his ultimate goal. So all the other stuff, all the other shit you say would be a dope way to do it on the way out. Just like, fuck your kayfabe. Y'all want all the ins and outs. Y'all want to listen to all the wrestling podcasts like Shooting from the Script. That's on most days. Hopefully y'all following and subscribing. Y'all want all the inside dirt? I'm gonna give it to you right here. Like you said, ruining the outcomes.
Yeah, ruining. I'm gonna take all of it from him. But Cena's made it clear his enemy is the fans. He does not care about
that. Was a good pickup, though. I will say, bro, that was a good pickup because you right. All of his taunts last night was to the fans.
Yeah. From the beginning, his first thing was to the fans. And even when he
Mhm.
talks about Cody to Cody's face, he talked about them in relation to the fans. You're just a Pied Piper. You tricked them with the music. It's them. Your brain is filled with feces just like theirs. Because they started saying it was crazy,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah.
It's like you're just a common fan like them. I'm going to
Yeah.
expose you because you're just a common fan like them.
You are my chauffeur.
Yeah,
You was just a fan.
yeah,
Damn, they called Dusty Rhodes' son just a fan. That's crazy.
just a fan. Yeah. So I'm trying to tell you, I feel them setting this up. Now, if they don't go, they may not take it. I might be a little too conspiratorial. They may not take it as him completely breaking the fourth wall, completely ruining wrestling for real. I don't know what angle they're going to take with the ruining wrestling. But it can't just be, I'm taking your belt. Because they can just make a new belt. That's stupid. He's got to do something more impactful.
No, he take the belt, he take the lineage. They can make a new belt, but it's not going to be that one. You got to beat the champion. So he take the lineage. That's why he say I'm the last real champion.
I get it. But even what he's talking about with the fans, who would care?
You said what?
Who would, like, this is the problem with like what they've done with the business and where the fans are now. If he really broke the lineage, what a Renee Miller in the building. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
Renee feeling good this morning.
Yeah, her boo won. Her boo thing won. But here's the problem with wrestling and the fandom. Like, Chris Classic is a wrestler and a promoter with his own business. You are a long-term wrestling fan who tells me about the deep history, the deep lore, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me the proper name, if you can, of the belt that Jay has and the one that John Cena has.
John Cena has the undisputed WWE Championship. And Uso has the World Heavyweight Championship. Is it WWE World Heavyweight Championship?
So the one John Cena has, it's not the Universal anymore. It's just the undisputed.
You look at it as both. I guess it's both belts. They didn't officially say it was unification, but it's just been heavily implied.
Okay.
But Roman had both belts. So when Cody beat him, he beat him for both titles.
Mm-hmm.
But Cody's whole thing was, I don't want the Universal title. It was never for the Universal title. It was always for both titles. Like it was never just for one, basically. It was never just for one of the titles. It was for, because I know they gave him that big gold belt that signified both belts for him having the 1,000 days.
Yeah.
So, but it was, it's still technically both belts. I would have to see. I wish they would give us some official ground on whether the Universal title is still at play, but I doubt it since they've created because then that would way water down the World Heavyweight title, because then that would technically be the third world title. Right. So when you see a name like definitively like that, they've just go ahead and be like, all right, cool. This is the WWE title. Cody basically acknowledged that lineage. Like that's the title his dad didn't win. That's the one he was going for, really. So yeah, they've kind of established where he stands.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, do what they say. But as far as like the fandom, a lot of times most people don't really even understand what they're doing with the belts. Like which one's which, what the names are. I know Classic doesn't. I can never remember the names. You got it. I respect that you got it. I know, but like the undisputed one is also the Universal. They folded that in there because of Roman. So there's actually like 3 men's heavyweight world titles, but 2 of them are wrapped in one. It's 2 in 1.
Right.
Peanut butter and jelly belt, if you will.
Right.
That John Cena has now. So because of that, lineage I don't know how much that matters. Because once you forge a new belt, because it's not that belt. You know, that's not the one Dusty wore. You know what I'm saying? It's not that belt. The same way Kevin Owens could just grab the Winged Eagle and I'm the champ. I got the Winged Eagle. That's not the one they wore. So once you just make a new belt, the lineage is reestablished. This is this belt. That's all they got to say. That's all they got to do. It's like, I know, like, we'll want to feel like, oh, there's a lineage and he's ending the lineage, but nah. It ain't going nowhere. Because it goes wherever they say it goes. Like John said, I want to say this past Friday before WrestleMania, the winner writes the story. The winner writes the history. And if he's gone, if he retires, the winner's the one that's still standing. That's WWE. They get to say whatever they get to say whatever they want. Don't tell me Pepper Farm remembers. They get to say whatever they want.
You're losing the crowd.
No, I'm losing you.
You losing them. No, you losing them. That's what I'm saying. You losing me. You would be losing them right now. You was there,
man. Because it's
cut it off. Just cut it off where you was at. Just cut it off where you was at. Yeah, because just cut it off where you was at. You was good. You was good.
It's true, man. I've seen it too many times.
It was good. That's not how that would work.
Too many times.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
That's not how that works. So, okay. I'll give you an actual, like, non-kayfabe example. You know that's how boxing titles work, too. So, there's a bunch of heavyweight champions. Mm-hmm. But there's a lineal heavyweight champion. The lineal champion is the one that's recognized a little higher than all the other ones. That one's never going anywhere. So if that belt was to go away, and that would ruin boxing. Because you're taking away the most prestigious title that most people would fight for, that most people would want to have. Like, all them heavyweights are building up to get to that. That's the same belt that's the belt that Deontay Wilder had. That what's the big dude? I can't think of his fucking name right now. I got too many names going through my head. It's a belt Mike Tyson has. Same belt Muhammad Ali has. Same belt Rocky Marciano had. It's just you know what I'm saying? There's an importance with that. So you get that. WWE doesn't come out a winner like that because they still standing. It don't come out like that because they've taken their lineage. The whole idea is that you can, because you can't beat the champion. The whole idea is that the lineage continues because you beat this current champion beat the last champion.
So nobody's ever vacated the heavyweight title.
It's still a lineage though. Even the vacates are still a lineage. But you not vacating it, he's taking it away. You would have to start a whole new belt. That's a difference. So it's not a vacation or a defeat. If he was vacating it, that same belt would be in play. He would be giving it up. He's not. He said, I'm taking it.
Okay.
That means
so
you don't even.
Real quick. Mm-hmm. So let's say every title holder in the WWE, if they just decided to collude and they all just quit the company with their belts, you're trying to tell me WWE will create new titles and not just keep their current titles and just forge new belts? They would just craft the actual object to replace the belts that walked out and call them the same belt.
Nigga, don't you have the Cleveland Browns in your city?
Exactly.
Guess who else got the Cleveland Browns in their city? The Baltimore Ravens. Those the real Cleveland Browns. Those the real Cleveland Browns, Rashawn. Am I right or wrong?
No, those are the Baltimore Ravens.
Exactly. That's my point. They're not. You don't even technically. You be cheering for a lineage that don't even exist. You be cheering for Jim Brown ain't play for you. Paul Brown ain't coach y'all.
Cleveland Browns.
He played for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, y'all the Cleveland Browns.
We're the Cleveland Browns.
With like a H. It's B.
Nah, don't do us.
W-N.
Don't do us. We the Cleveland Browns.
It's Cleveland.
We lose in the same fashion as the Cleveland Browns did before they left.
I mean,
the same
y'all playing the same spirit.
We playing the same spirit. We playing the same city. We
But
playing the same style uniforms. The lineage is not gone.
Your
There's a
buns
history.
don't have seeds.
The history
McDowell
shows the deviation.
They buns don't have seeds.
You can't play me, cuz I can tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I know.
Have the special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, but them buns ain't got seeds, my nigga.
He ain't because I promise you, I can tell you why I know as a Cleveland Browns fan that they'll make the Cleveland Browns, because as soon as they left Cleveland, they won a Super Bowl. They stopped being Browns when they left Cleveland. They became the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, because they was playing in that Ohio air every fucking Sunday. That's why.
Exactly.
Nigga, they moved to Baltimore, nigga. They got free. They got free of the curse. Air, nigga.
They got free of the curse. That's what I'm saying. You are what you eat.
I mean,
your environment shapes you. So the next person that wears the belt at the top of WWE is going to be the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion in the men's division. Whether John Cena walked off with the belt or not, they'll press another one. Whether they press it as a spinner belt, whether they press it as the big gold weight, whether they press it as the big red one, whether they press it as the eco belt, whether they press it as the wing, whether they press it as, it doesn't matter what they press it is. It's press play 3, press start 3.
Press on nails, press start.
yeah. WWE 5.
Full court press.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Paul and 5.
Yeah. The lineage will be intact. The history will show the broken line. But I'm with you. I understand what you're talking about, but the history shows that there's a deviation, but the lineage will carry on. Yeah, man. They ain't gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop, man. Listen, it was so bad that Stone Cold Steve Austin, let me show you how unimportant lineage is. Let me show you how short memories are. Let me show you how nobody cares about relevant data. Because Stone Cold can sit up there and tell you that it's bull. Well, we sold out at 61,792 fans yesterday. Something's off. Because now we sold out at 6,425. Something's wrong with the count. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3.
But we all that's bullshit.
All of it. All of it.
All bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
But we gonna buy into some bullshit because guess what? They still hold up that 100 and something 3,000 fucking some ass fucking number that they had at whichever one of them damn they had the one night where it was like 100K. They still hold. They ain't no goddamn well they ain't putting on 100. They can say what the hell they want. They know the capacity. Because like we said, he was sold out the first night. Yeah, that's cool, nigga. Kayfabe is one thing. Like kayfabe and some shit is one thing. But it's still a lineage. Even if they kayfabe in the numbers, nigga, the lineage still stands. It's like that's what it is. It's gonna continue to be that. That is in the history books. That's not the same thing. Now, I'll tell you what is the same thing. The US title, I think the US title isn't the same lineage as the original US title.
All right.
I think. But I've heard they play with that sometimes too.
Yeah.
So it's a couple active titles that's named after something. So I give it to you there. They have done it, but that's different. That's like a minor transplant. right? Like you know how people have knee surgery.
Yeah.
Attended from somewhere else,
like
right?
Outpatient, something outpatient,
Yeah,
like something.
yeah, right. It's important because it's a belt within the lineage. It's a belt within the history of the company, but no, that belt.
You didn't need any anesthesia.
Right, you need it. Right, outpatient. Right, you talk through most of the procedure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Took photos.
Yeah. That is heart surgery.
Put you under.
That's a heart transplant.
Yeah, count down from 10.
Yeah, we praying.
Yeah.
Before we go into the surgery room.
Yeah.
You know, you make sure your family there. Like, I love y'all. I hope
fair and orders.
Yeah. So no, it ain't the same.
I hear you.
It definitely ain't the same.
I hear you.
Because once you get that replaced, you always, even if it work right, pump right, it might. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. They still gotta go get checked on. It ain't never how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I just feel like WWE has gone too far into business for the sport to, I guess, to take a hiccup. Like, the entertainment has superseded the sport. I get what you're saying. I just don't think people care the same, which is why they're having this whole angle with John Cena, like being sick of the fans because of the type. I'm not saying that they're not passionate, but there's a difference between care and passion. Like, care is where they respect and regard something. They uphold it, and I think that's the issue. Like with the old guard versus the new people. Like when I listen to the Busted Open podcast, and when I listen to Cornette and them, they are people that care for the sports. They want to tend to it. They want to protect it. And I think that's even where John Cena is, and what he resents, and what a lot of them resent when I hear them talk. They see people that are passionate. They're maybe even rabid, super vocal, but they don't like how they don't care for the sport. They don't like how the Wyatt Six was out in Waffle House, posing for selfies and posting it on their social media. And Rhea's on Twitter defending this person that she just beat in a match, talking about leave her alone, don't pick on her. Like that kind of stuff. I think that's the division. There's too much loss of care for the sport, and it's become too much care for the business, which is why you got Stone Cold not coming out for the wrestling. Stone Cold came out yesterday to represent the entertainment. Stone Cold came out to announce numbers. Stone Cold stats. Not the feeling. Not
killed that little lady in the fucking front row.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I think the new fans, and I think wrestlers, I think they feel it. Like there's a culture shift, and that some of the stuff that they do, some of the stuff they sacrifice for, the fans will never appreciate because they don't care for the sport the same way. So I think there's something psychological. There's a culture shift. There's a culture war happening. But that's what I mean when I say the lineage will be fine, because it's different now. The old guard gone. And what's new, it's gonna be kind of heartless, man. Definitely shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a huge reset. A lot of big resets, but the major belts, even with some of them rivalries. But now I'm interested to see how we go. He said a couple of things, but as you're alluding to as well, the booking don't give a shit about lineage either in history, because where the fuck is The Rock? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm listening because you put me on this.
This is a lot of those moments. Go ahead, my bad. You saying, well, I put you on what?
Now, because you put me on the Stevie Richards and Jim Cornette and all them people, but and I hear them. I've listened to them talk long enough, like Tommy Dreamer. I've been listening to the Click, Kevin Nash, Conan. I've listened to enough of these people to realize that there have been a lot of things where it's like WWE will do something that breaks a tradition or breaks. Like there's like breaks a different lineage, maybe not the title belt, not the main title. They'll act like something major didn't happen, you know. And Jim Cornette's good for calling that stuff out. They'll act like so and so. We don't remember that so and so beat so and so, and then they'll tell like this is the first time facing each other, but they fought twice. They fought here and then they fought over at Stark. Like he'll point that stuff out. He'll point out the inconsistencies and then inaccuracies. So I know WWE has some flaws with creative. But they also have like a memory problem. And I think that's from cost cutting. Like you cut the long-term people who've been there to have the memories. Like that's not even a WWE thing. This is a business thing. You cut the old timers because you can save money, but they take the memory and the culture of the business with it. The brain drain. So I think WWE has a lot of that too. The people that would remember, they've been pushed out. The people that would tell you, no, we can't do that because this person lost on blah blah blah. They lost to so and so. Now they like those people. Now they're all on podcasts. They're not inside the business, protecting it.
Right. So you think that's translating with the fans too?
I think the fans are shifting. Like I think what's happening with the fans is what's happening with people everywhere. Where somebody like the Ice Spice can become popular. Where all the people that are called industry plants in every industry, whether it's an actor, whether it's a rapper, whether it's a influencer, people don't care about the substance anymore. Does it look good? Does it feel good? Can I dance to it? Like that's what I mean. Like that same culture has invaded wrestling, where they can do stuff where you could be a terrible wrestler. You could be maybe half gimmicky on the mic, half good on the mic, but if you got the right song. I know people resent that. I know Jay's been a hard worker. I know a lot of people resent the fact that Yeats and his music is over the way it is. I know there's wrestlers that feel like this is crazy. I know they are. But I know there's also other wrestlers that can't stand Logan Paul. I don't care how many moves he can do. I don't care that he'll do backflips off the rope, but he is a part-timer and he doesn't like I know I've listened to enough old timers to know that they're unless you do it the right way, the way I learned to do it, they're not going to be satisfied. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the new fans don't care. They just want to dance. I want something to dance to. I want some party music. I ain't trying to listen to no old hymn of wrestling. I'm not trying to listen to the old Negro spiritual of wrestling. People don't want to hear the old timey stuff. The old time wrestling, the way things used to be, they want to see, they want to eat, they want to dance, they want to have fun.
Right, but you know why they want to eat though, right?
Why?
It's because they was also doing the haka dance when them niggas first came out. They was also painting half their face, depending on which twin they wanted to be. It was also there when the Uso Penitentiary started locking niggas down. It was also there when they switched from those fucking colors, them colorful ass outfits, to the black and white shorts and the haircut. Rapping promos caught on better. It was there when they actually started winning them tag titles. You know what I'm saying? They got linked up with other people and the other stories that they told, and the couple year-long rivalry with the New Day, slowly turning face, and them helping Kofi get Kofi Mania by forfeiting the match so Big E and Woods can win, and then eventually deciding to join up with Roman, go on another massive ass tag team run, and Jay eventually building up as the right hand man, and then main event Jay. So no, they wouldn't be able to eat. It wouldn't have nothing to you if none of that existed. Now, do you have to live back and all that? No, and that's why I can agree with you because I listen to them too, being that I put them on to you, and I listen to them, and I agree. I agree with a lot of what they're saying for when the time. If they're like with Cornette, like if he's talking about old wrestling, yeah. When he's talking about new wrestling and it applies, yeah. Sometimes he be wrong as shit. He just be like flat out wrong. Because he is so out of touch. Because he's not actually a part of it no more.
Right.
Right? Plus, he had a certain way. It works. If he was still in it, he would probably be doing the things that Paul Heyman is doing.
Yeah.
So there's somebody doing the thing that he's doing. So you also got to take that with, because they have to understand they're part of the people who still want us to believe that it's real or look at it as a real concept. And I'm not going to do that either. I'm respectful of the business enough to immerse myself into the product.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that I'm watching pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that he had a lot of time working in it. I got a lot of time invested. He had a lot of time invested working in the business. I got a lot of time invested watching the business. And now being in it.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I had this thought. I had this random thought. And it was yellow centric. So when you said that, like, he want me to pretend like it's real. I'm not about to do that. So like this whole second scenario ran through my head. It was like, Miss, they're telling me to respect you and to approach you and to talk about your personality and your brain, but I see you wore this deep V-neck with your cleavage out. I'm going to respect that you want me to stare at that, and I'm about to look. Giggity, giggity. It was that kind of thing. Like,
right. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what you are showing me.
Right. I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm going to enjoy that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Any type of way you want to. But
yeah.
I'm going to enjoy that. So, yeah, basically.
Sure. Maybe we can talk about your personality or your credentials. That might all be great. But right now, puppies.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm about to watch what you might say is dumb and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On the part that you didn't agree with, that's what I'm like. That's why I'm real kind of standoffish about people being so absorbed with this. I love wrestling too, but there's a point in time where you got to understand that this exists within the realm of super subjectivity. You're not the only thing. Sorry. I know it feels like you're on the edge of your seat and your seat only. I know you feel like that this whole show was put on just to perform for just you. It's not.
That's right.
You can like it, you can dislike it. I'm cool with that. But the show is not designed to only make you happy. Old timer, new fan who just started watching last week, new fan that just started watching in January, somebody who just started watching 10 years ago. The show is not just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Dislike it all you want, but just remember that part. That might make it might limit the things that you would take as offensive in the show. Yeah. Just realize this part of the show, if it's a variety show, it just so happened to be that the setting is a wrestling arena. It's still a variety show. We saw music, we saw celebrities, we saw wrestling, we saw video games, multiple video games. We saw Prime, we saw YouTubers, we saw
Motocross
chefs,
dudes.
we saw motocross, double dutch, um, fucking. We seen everything.
Man, yeah, it's crazy.
It's a variety show. This is the greatest. This is the high level American Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say it's so much better when you don't have to just completely watch it as a, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I do miss having that childlike enthusiasm with wrestling, where I believe that Yokozuna was actually a big ass dude from Japan. I miss those. I do. Okay. I promise. Speaking of Cornette, that was my favorite tag team he made, right? Owen Hart and Yokozuna.
Yeah, man.
Or Owen and Bulldog. Man. Killing the business, man. We already know it's a work. We know it's a work. We know it's a work. Now you thinking we stupid. Stop talking to us like we stupid.
Yeah.
As a fan, like that's why I'll never treat the fans like they stupid.
Yeah.
Like I can't fave on with anybody. At the same time, I'm not going to treat the fans like they stupid. And that need to have, well, it's got to be presented like this. It's got to be presented like that. Man, look, unless you the booker, unless you the man with the pencil, the man writing the checks,
yeah,
you can want it to be put on a certain type of way. I ain't got no say so in C3. The board running the book. The board running the matches put together. I can't do nothing but talk. Gotta present it to y'all the best way I can.
I mean, you could try to get the amulet back. You could do something more than you're doing.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But my crash out level pretty high, and I'm trying not to cause Classic any more issues than he really needs.
That's respectful.
Yeah. You know, I already screwed up once. I'm trying to kind of stay out there.
Okay. I respect it.
And Timu Kev try me one more time. Might not be a trained wrestler. I will put you on your shit.
So as we get ready to get out of here, man, I respect what you're saying, and what I think like because you pointed out to it, there's so many different types of fans from so many different eras locked up in one fandom that we're always speaking to different groups of people. Like it's kind of like when we talk about the relationship stuff, like, well, which person are we talking to? Like, well, this one person will say they want this, another person say they want this. Like, well, those are two different people talking, and we're hearing all the voices at once, and I think that's some of the problem. The IWC is all of them. It's all of them. It's the people that's been there, like you said, the people that was there from the haka and the face paint and da. And then there's people that just came in like me and just did the little bloodline replay. I mean, I saw them as Jimmy and Jay real quick, but I wasn't a fan. I wasn't, watching them that long term. I definitely didn't see the transition. I saw them when they started. Skip. Came back and it's like like they the tag they supreme tag people, like they right under New Day, like it's New Day and them as the best tag teams of all time, and I missed all that. So I'm catching up on Bloodline stuff. I'm not even catching up on their tag team heroics.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm like that's cool. They done came up. Look at them doing good.
Good job.
What's
the character from the Chappelle show? Got the job at McDonald's. I can't remember.
I know the real one was Calvin. I don't know what it was on Chappelle.
Calvin, yeah. I think it was Calvin in
the baby crying.
Look, Calvin, he got a job at McDonald's. Hold on, bro. Give me 1 second.
All right, do your thing. Oh, cool. Yeah. We getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. But yeah, man, just get ready to wrap up in a minute. But I wanted to say, I really think that's a lot of it. The wrestling community, the fans, so many different groups of people, so the opinions are varied, and everybody wants different things. And I gotta respect me as a fan. I have to respect that other people want other outcomes. So although I was highly disappointed that Bianca lost and the way she lost, and it's taking all these ripties from all these different top ropes and regular ripties in the middle of the match, I hate that. But I other people loved it. Somebody was happy that she was getting put in her place. You put her in her place. So it's like I have to accept that other people want different things. And I know somebody was hurt that Cody Rhodes lost. I might be excited, but somebody's bothered. So I don't know. I'm trying to respect it. It's difficult.
I know, gloat.
I gloated earlier. I'm happy, but see, I also here's the second part though. He's talking about ruining the business, and whether it was a cliffhanger from the press conference, or he's actually going to go somewhere I don't enjoy. It may be me getting something that I didn't want and I didn't know. Like, there's always that possibility. I wanted Cody to lose, but at what cost? Like, I wanted Kamala Harris to lose, but maybe I didn't want this other person to win. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Like, maybe I didn't. I might have wanted one thing so much that I didn't think about the cost of the other.
Yeah. What cost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a Cena fan.
Right. Yeah.
So where's he taking this?
Right.
Is he about to put a tariff on the title?
And that's what you're looking at, you
know what I'm saying? Because he came in talking about make the Universal title great again, or make the Undisputed title great again. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking at. And he's gonna deport the belt.
Man, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't like it so far. So, but I mean, I want to see where it goes tonight. I'm excited for Raw for the first time since the Netflix premiere.
Yeah, so we could possibly have John Cena. We gotta have Seth, because that was actually the good story of the whole weekend. Yeah. Was Paul Heyman, and they keep showing the end. Beautiful. Dude, the announcers was crashing out last night.
That's crazy.
I think they was slap happy, tired. I think they was just kind of over the whole weekend. They had to keep themselves entertained because, like I said, they was just crashing. But Pat, my nigga Pat, reenacted the Paul Heyman ball shot, and he did it like how that he was like, he got it, man.
He really did though, man. That was crazy. That was funny. That was weird. It was funny and weird, but it's like
pull the balls together. He went in there, he punched him in his little loose. He punched him in his little loose.
Rearranging the furniture, man. It was just so crazy, man. It was just
you're stealing punching speed bags and shit.
Yeah, man.
You do go with one hand. That's what Paul did.
That was weird, man. Yeah, Ty Lee were there during the match, man. This dude got turned on with a low blow. But when the dude did the low blow, like Roman Reigns kind of clasped his legs together. Like you're like, oh, you clasp your legs together. So his arm got caught. But what we saw was him just wiggling his arm, just thrashing his arm while it's between the other dude's legs. It was crazy. It looked like he was just going to town. It was crazy. Paul Heyman. We're going to have to get that clip too. That's going to have to be clipped.
Because I'm
Paul.
He
Are you
definitely hit
searching
him
for it?
with the. I'm trying to see if I can find the gift real quick. But no, I don't think I can find the gift. We're gonna have to. It's gonna get clipped and gifted, man. Gifted,
Mm-hmm.
gift. Because
Boy,
he definitely clinked his little Roman Reigns together. That shit was wild.
yeah. For Monday Night Raw. So we should be back at, we said 6:30 Central,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
7:30
gonna be back
Eastern.
at 6:30 Central. Yeah, we ain't got to do that whole hour run up. It might be,
Nah.
yeah, between 6:30 6:45. We ain't got to do that whole build up.
Yeah. So, man, final thoughts, man, on WrestleMania 41, man. What were your final thoughts, final grades on it too?
I give it a B minus.
Okay.
Yeah, like I give it grace because I understand it was a lot to follow. Yeah, you gonna take a nap. Yeah, this on Netflix and we're gonna have it in Discord too, so you can actually watch the Raw along with us. But yeah, I give it a B minus. It was all the good things that were happening with the outcomes are cool. All the outcomes I'm okay. The way they got there, most of them were bad. We had some really high moments, but it was accompanied by a lot of lows. A lot of lows. So,
Yeah.
but I'm like I said, I'm giving it grace that it's following one of the biggest WrestleManias. Two of the biggest WrestleManias in history. Like we had generational matches, generational build-ups, like shit we can't replicate again. We can always, you know what I'm saying? This was we couldn't replicate John Cena doing his thing again, but that was different. We talking about two dudes in their prime.
Yeah.
We talking about a rivalry. The Cody Roman rivalry went on for 3 years, damn near 2-3 years. So yeah, B minus. We'll see. We'll see what old Uncle Paul come up with this time. I like how he did it though. Before we get out of here, there was a clip of him right after the show went off. He was like, "All right, y'all, that's a wrap." And he took a breath, and then one of the just a random hand came and dropped a bunch of papers right in front of him. And he was like, "Wait, that was the off season? All right, 360 something days till the next WrestleMania."
Man.
And that is the beauty of what we do, because there's really no time to digest it, to even let it sit with you. Because in 90 days, none of this can matter. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of wrestling. None of it can matter. As long as all the pieces in play, like I said, as long as you still got the titles and all that, those things can change at a whim. Who has what? Who does what? Can change. So there's where you absolutely. That's where it don't matter.
I could rock with that. I would give it a C, actually, a flat C. Honestly, yeah, I don't think this was that great of a PLE. I think a good half of these matches would be regular old SmackDown or regular old Raw matches. Nothing special. Absolutely nothing special as far as execution, build. Like there was just nothing special about it. And with half the matches being not special, that means half the PLEs is not special. So it can't get for me higher than a C. So half of it was like, I guess for a PLE, about a. The other half was like an A, because half of it was amazing. Like the men's triple threat. And I will say the outcome of the Cena. There's so much at stake there. And then Jay winning. Like, those title changes were super important. Like, that's the reset. Both men's top titles were reset. And then Paul Heyman being with Seth. That change is super important and impactful. So I can't diminish how important those three decisions were as far as where the business stands now. Like, again, it could all change tomorrow. That's like Yella said, the beauty about the business. It could all change tomorrow, but it's probably not. I like the direction that some of these are taking, but the build up was terrible. The lead in was awful. The execution on some of it was trash. But again, where this could go, I'm hopeful, because Cena has the title, but it's his last year. So that's automatic going to be reset by the end of the year. Steph and Heyman working together, that's something juicy. And now we get to see what Juicy J, what he can do as main event and a title holder. So, I mean, let's see if he can take off, man. Let's see if he can get them wings and keep flying solo. See what the bloodline does with we got Jacob with a U.S. title. Solo without any title, any notoriety, any Ulafala. Solo ain't got nothing. But now he a hype man for Jacob. So, I mean, it's interesting to see the dynamics flip. They have so much opportunity. That's the beauty about wrestling. They have so much opportunity. Let's just see how much potential they capitalize on. I'm still looking forward to it. Can't wait for the night. Can't wait for SmackDown to see the fallout. And I want to see it go somewhere. And oh my God. Last thing, Yella, my bad. Last thing.
Good.
Now that Naomi keeps getting whooped by Jay. She really only got the best of Jay one time since the Elimination Chamber. Jay got her, and Jay been chasing her around, whooping on her, but she got a win at WrestleMania. Does Naomi have more feud with Jade, or does she move over to Bianca now?
You gotta get her. You gotta get her, Naomi. You know what I'm saying? I get it. She caught you. She all had a fight, but this one of them, like, I don't know if you ever had one of them. I've had one of them before. Where it's like, it don't matter who won last. It's on site.
Okay. So they passing backstage. They just got to throw her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be a forever blood feud. Plus, she said it on the post show, so she kind of gave it away. She said, so they was like, so Naomi gonna need to catch some more hands. So she was like, probably so.
Yeah, but it wasn't emphatic. It was like probably so. Like it maybe not. It's probably though.
Now, if I'm Naomi though, yeah, I'm still gonna be. So what? You beat me, and push your ass off the dock again. Remember, I did that to you once.
Yeah.
So technically, they even pushed you on the dock, put you off for a couple months. You beat me at WrestleMania. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just curious. It just dawned on me when you speak about Naomi and Jade. They are probably going to keep going, but bring Bianca into this. Where do you think they take this storyline with the three of them? Because you had Jade before WrestleMania. Like, you gonna protect her? And Bianca's like, I'm not.
Bianca's gonna end up raging out too, because she can blame. She can definitely blame Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
So by her having the ability to blame Rhea, she can blame the company, or she can blame management. Anytime you got beef with management, you got a clear path to turn heel.
Yeah, that's right.
Legit gripe with management always sets the path straight for like a good heel turn. Now you become a jerk, you know what I'm saying? You become a POS after that, and then you be like, oh yeah, he just tripping. But the solid heel turn usually starts with some type of truth. Then you start to see the unhinged chaoticness come out, and then eventually you boo them or whatever.
Okay. I wanted to make sure we gave him a little touch up before we dipped up out. I'm like, I want to see where that story goes. I'm interested. I just don't want to see the next WWE Fumble. So, okay, that last thing. Last thing. I'm turning to a Baptist preacher at this point. My last point, I'm going to get y'all out of here. What is the next thing? It's a reverse prediction. What is the next storyline that WWE is going to fumble?
Oh, the next storyline they're going to fumble coming out of Mania?
Coming out of Mania, something is actually viable and decent right now, but it's going to bump. They're going to fumble.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh, they're going to fumble Jake.
He should hold this. He should hold this U.S. title for like the next 3 years. He really shouldn't lose. But they're gonna find a way to screw him over. Either Jacob Fatu, or Tiffy.
Ooh.
They teetering that way now.
Yeah, they try.
She needs to have a good storyline coming out of this, and not one where she's squeaky king babyface either, because she ain't that no more. We didn't see how she had to kind of get dirty with Charlotte, but this didn't do her no favors.
Yeah.
She need to be in there. For real, legitimate. This gonna take us through the summer.
Okay.
Type ass rivalry. She need to build a blood feud. It wasn't. It was just pettiness with Charlotte, but it need to be personal.
Yeah, she need to find somebody else because the chemistry wasn't there.
Nah.
Yeah, okay, those are good choices, man. I think I'm gonna go with the obvious choice. I'm a lazy book this. I think they're gonna fumble the Street Profits. I think they're gonna fumble this tag. Yeah. I think they're gonna fumble this. They put the titles on them. I think they lose them at this ladder match.
Man, you almost said some more shit. Yeah, you really want me to crash out, huh?
I'm just saying, man. They got a ladder match coming up on SmackDown on Friday, and I just got a feeling they had 2 quick little title defenses, and I think the belt's gonna move. Hot potato. Because they just put them on New Day. They just put 2 black tag champs. Hard for me to see that staying.
They had that already.
I don't think they're gonna have it again. I think they're about to come off, man. I think they're about to come up off them belts.
That would be stupid to do that that would be dumb. Not even just because they black, but you built them both up to be these tough teams. You just gonna have them lose again.
Mm-hmm. If they do, oh my god, I got a feeling. I have run out of trust with WWE. I got a lot of hope, not a lot of trust. So we're gonna see. I like your Jacob Fatu. I like your Tiffy. I think my easy, lazy booking one is Street Profits. But if I'm going to go out on a limb on somebody that they are going to fumble, a storyline they're going to fumble, I'm going to say they are going to fumble the Judgment Day breakup.
Ooh.
They just came off of Dominic, Penn, and Finn.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do an awkward "we're brothers and we fight." They're not going to do the animosity face turn that you want. They're going to mess this up.
It's going to be okay. Like they just going to be okay with it and shit.
They're going to mess it up. They're going to keep doing the awkward thing. Awkward. Will they? Won't they split? Will they? Won't they? They'll keep doing that. Then eventually, like a year and a half later, when they shouldn't do it, then they'll do the Finn as underhanded and doing some sneaky stuff, then they'll mess it up. But it's gonna be the wrong time. It's gonna be Judgment Day at the wrong time. So that's mine. But yeah, man, appreciate you popping on with me, man. I just had to get a little WrestleMania talk, man. Instead of like, not necessarily a thorough breakdown, but I wanted to, just get up and chop it up, man. I was feeling so ecstatic today. I woke up in the sun. It was like there were 3 suns in the sky. It was so bright and warm, and the world was amazing and crisp and clear. The animals were just, birds were singing. Like squirrels came up to me and like hugged my ankles. And like cats were, it was crazy. I think I saw Santa Claus wearing like he was wearing Tim's. It was crazy. It was like Christmas.
Santa Claus was wearing jorts. Santa Claus was wearing jorts and a "You Can't See Me" shirt.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful day, man. I promise you, man. I woke up feeling like I don't even know. I don't think I've ever felt this good. I feel amazing. And it's all because Cody Rhodes lost his title.
Birds was at the window like,
man, listen. And one of them had a 20. Like one of them was grasping a 20 and dropped it at my feet. It was crazy. Traffic. I was driving and like traffic just parted in front of me, like on like Bruce Almighty. It was crazy.
What's that, bird?
Man.
Here go 20, my nigga.
Man, it was crazy. It's a beautiful day, man. It's like a very magical, beautiful.
You went into the deli and pulled the number and just so happened to be the next person.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah. Number 8. Hey, that's me.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh man, somebody left this. Somebody got left their order, but it's already paid for. You want it? I was like, man, thank you.
Yeah, I can throw this in with you. Yeah, I can just throw this in with what you got.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. I can't tell y'all how good I feel knowing that Cody lost the title. I can't tell you. I wish I could explain, see what it feels like. It's like if somebody came to you and paid off all your student loans. That's how I feel right now. Oh, man. Woo.
Well, look, I'm happy for you. I love that for you. I'm glad that you got the outcome you wanted.
Yeah.
Congrats to all the winners. For real. Congrats to everybody who woke up and they person won yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks that we all can't be happy in the wrestling world, but it is what it is. So with that said, y'all stick around for the outro by Rusty and the Shooters. And it feels apropos with the ending now, just how much of a clown he actually looked like last night. So stick around for the outro. We are shooting from the script, and we are all out of ammo.
Shooting from the script. From the script.